Hello fellow nerds, this is John and I am a nerd that knits skirts. I am going to talk about knitted skirts. Why should anyone knit a skirt? It's probably what you're asking. And what you should be asking is, why not? Bear with me as we make Flirt Skirt Lite. I love skirts. I've always loved skirts. I love skirts, love dresses. I wear both of them quite a bit. And I really wear them a lot in the summertime. So the Flirt Skirt Lite is actually, it was a flirt skirt that she kind of changed the yarn for and she made it light. It was a pattern that was published back in April of 22. The designer is Claire Jackson, or also known as Perfectly Knotted. I like this skirt, but for me, I did make some modifications. So I'm going to kind of go through some of the modifications I made on this skirt. When I saw this skirt, I was like, oof, it's really high on the waist. Now, I don't wear skirts that are that high on the waist, and it's what we call the natural waist. So I tend to wear it a little bit lower, more toward the hip area, just because I don't like having something like up to my rib cage, like with a skirt. Because sometimes to me, that's what a natural waist feels like. It's like, hello, it's sitting on my rib cage. So I like my a little bit lower, kind of like, I would say more in like the stomach area as opposed to like a higher sitting waist. So please know that if you're making this pattern, you really do need to find out where you want it to sit on your body. That's very important. So when you're making this pattern, know that you need elastic. You need to measure your waist at the point that you want the skirt to sit on, and that's going to be, I mean, that's it. You can't go back. If you go back, you go back to the beginning. Another kind of like maybe wrench, if you don't have a sewing machine or if you don't know someone that sews, it might be a little hard to do the waistband. Now there's a couple ways around it. You can hand stitch your waistband, because basically it's an elastic waistband, and you know, you're measuring your waist, and then you need to sew or serge the ends together. Glue is just not going to cut it. You will need to sew it. Machine, preferably. If you don't have a machine, you can stitch it. You can hand stitch it. I would not suggest it. I'm sure that if you go to an alterations place and be like, hey, I just need this sewed down, they can do it for you, even if they charge you. I mean, be like, hey, can you please sew this for me? Because I need this skirt like today. So there's ways to get around this. I'm just bringing this to your attention so you know, oh, it'd be best if I sew these bits together. You're basically knitting and increasing. This pattern has a lot of sizes, which is really nice. An easy pattern to do while you're watching TV, you're watching your show, or doing whatever. It's road trip friendly. When I do increases, I always put a stitch marker, especially if it's like 10 rows before you do an increase. So it's always like good to put a stitch marker where your last increase is, so you don't have to like count too much or be like, oh, okay. Make sure that you have a yarn that you can't see through too much. Light will get through this skirt. So if you're paranoid, wear some boy shorts underneath it. If you go through everyone's pictures, they just look so happy. They're like, I am in this really cute, flirty skirt, doing my thing, and I look cute. And that's exactly how you feel when you're wearing this. So that's what I love about these pictures of all the people that have made this skirt. They just look like they are living their best life, and I am here for it. So kudos to those who have made this skirt and made it their own. Now show you the skirt. So here is my knitted skirt, and I really want to focus on the band. So right here, this is kind of where I sewed the hem, folded it over the elastic, and then I sewed these ends together, and then we basically continued. So like I said, the waistband is very important to nail. And then, like I said, off to the races. You just keep on increasing. So this is such a fun skirt. It's very swooshy. It's very twirly. Oh, it's so fun to twirl it, I'm not gonna lie. So while you're twirling in it, remember to wear undergarments that match your ability. I'm back as far as I can go. Swish, swish, swish. So that is the knitted skirt.